I have a request for the record. Do you have a receipt?
Yes.
Okay, I have a record. Okay.
Would you like to say?
Oh.
Yeah, SAA.
It's the same?
Yeah, it's the same. And
But,
just at join meeting.
okay.
It's the same.
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and the most welcome guests, welcome to be here the meeting. My name is Sean. I am the search at on. Before starting the meeting, there are 3 ground rules we need to follow. First, please stay mute until it is your turn to speak. Second, we encourage you turn on your camera for those wonderful audience interaction if you are convenient. Third, the meeting will be recorded, and if you are not comfortable to be recorded, you are welcome to turn off your camera, but please stay on the meeting to enjoy and learn as you can. Now, let's put our hands together to welcome our present distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap to the virtual stage.
Yay! Thank you so much to our SAA from Advanced HR Other Speakers. Today, we are super delighted because we have a joint meeting with Royal Premier as well. So happen I'm also the club president. I know this is such a wonderful, auspicious occasion. And that's why I want to welcome each and every one of you for making this super meeting possible. Yes, it's all about the power of virtual meetings, and that's why we have Sean from Taiwan. We also have our very first speaker, Alicia from Australia, Sydney. And of course, to top it up, we also have Razor from New York joining us as well. And of course, all the other very esteemed guests. Yes, our one and only couple in the world of Toastmasters. They are from Bangalore, India, and we are so delighted to have Jay and of course Sham here with us. And of course, Malaysian folks, of course, we have our very first Division P Governor, lucky. And of course, our very devoted members, Martin, Chester, and Fiza as well. And moving on, we will have more other members joining us. So this is so important that we quickly snap a group photo, a photo about the power of virtual meeting. So with this, I'd like to invite Shan to quickly take a photo. I'm feeling really hot, but excited at this moment. So we're going to take a screenshot and give your fantastic pose for a virtual meeting. Shan, just one photo now.
Okay, everyone can look at here. 1, 2, 3. Just wait a moment for another one. Just wait a moment. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, back to the Patricia.
Thank you. And of course, I'd like to take this opportunity to also introduce our EXCO from AAS. Today with us is Sergeant at Arms Shan. And also joining us later is Treasurer Sarsi. And of course, our members joining us is Alicia, very prominent leader, and also Deanna joining us later. So after that, we also want to introduce our Royal Premier, EXCO, for instance. Yes, without Lucky, we will not be here. Thank you so much, Lucky, our VP Education, and certainly also our immediate past president. And of course, our very important mentors of the club. I call them mentors because they help everyone to do their speeches nicely. And it's Shan and Jai for sure, all the way from Bangalore. And also we have our district admin manager, Chester, here, and also a very devoted member of Advanced. No, not Advanced, but Royal Premier. And of course, Martin. Martin is our treasurer. And the latest baby, Fiza. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we have our esteemed guest, Razor, past region advisor and distinguished Toastmaster all the way from New York here with us. So with this, we shall kickstart our power of virtual meeting. Yours truly is also the Toastmaster of the day. But to make it really, really efficient and fast and also on point, we would like to kickstart with our prepared speech today. We are very much delighted that we are going to hear a very, I would say, moving speech on how we can embrace empathy and compassion at a different level. So she needs no introduction. Our very first speaker, she has spoken all over the world, especially during the virtual time. And now she travels between districts to bless all the district members as well. She has also been district level leaders, either as district admin, district PR, and also division director at least 2 times. Right now, she's currently serving as area director and also many times as well. So with this, I'm very much delighted to introduce our first speaker, none other than Alicia Curtis, Distinguished Toastmaster, with a very important project, Connect with Storytelling. To evaluate Alicia would be Shan. And at the end of the speech, we'll be taking the photo as well, Alicia and Shan, so Alicia can move on. Whereas before that, Sean would be giving her evaluation as well. So this is how the format is going to work. With this, we also welcome Joseph that just tuned in. With this, a big round of applause to our speaker of the night, Alicia, Distinguished Toastmaster. Are you accessible? Are you accessible, Alicia?
Thank you very much, Patricia. Imagine you are sitting here in my position on the opposite side of the world, logging into Zoom meeting day after day, week after week, minute after minute, admittedly 5 or 6 meetings at a time, a day. Yes, I shouldn't roll my eyes, but I do. And you are excited to deliver a speech. You are so excited that you just keep on talking and talking and talking. You're so fast that you come to the moment where you get your evaluation and you get told you speak too fast. Has anyone ever had that position, been in that position? Hands up if you have been told that you speak too fast and that you need to slow down. Guilty. Anyone else guilty? All the little forest of hands just raise up, and let's put my hand up 2 times. Well, then let's try another situation. Imagine you're in a meeting and all the screens are completely a sea of black in Zoom. Do you remember that experience? Not long ago, not far long ago. Does anyone remember that? Does anyone just remember staring at pictures and not at people themselves on Zoom? Yep, I can see some faces going, yep, I am very familiar with that as well. And what do you feel? And I'm going to actually ask Sham, how do you feel when you're delivering a speech and all you see is a sea of black or just pictures?
I don't know.
Not Shan, not Shan, Sham. Sham.
Okay.
Okay, I feel alone. Like, I'm not actually amongst people. I mean, maybe I know, mentally I know there are people there, but it feels like very lonely place.
Exactly. Does it make you feel that you're disconnected and left out? Does that make you feel
I think it's a lack of, you feel like people really don't care to show themselves. So it's like, okay, it doesn't matter to you. Whatever you're saying is not going to really matter. It brings down your mood a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you feel disconnected because for many people, like those around the world who have disabilities, myself included, this is not just an occasional occurrence, it's a daily struggle. So for everyone today, I want to actually shed the light on the challenges of those of us here tonight, whether you are here and have a disability, but those of us who have disabilities face on Zoom, and how we can create a more inclusive environment where it's for everyone. Remembering that accessibility isn't just about technology, it's about understanding, compassion, adaptability, and acceptance. So let me break this down into 3 portions because disability can range across a whole spectrum. Let me just say that again, it's across a whole spectrum. And I'll talk about neurodivergence. I'll also talk about hearing and vision impairment, one of those, and also mobility. But let me start with probably the most important one that I feel at the moment that is hindering a lot of online meetings, and that is neurodivergency. How many of you know someone who is neurodivergent? That is autism and also ADHD. Literally, all of us will know at least one or two people somewhere around the world in our lives, family, friends, colleagues, whatever, that is neurodivergent. And I really wanted to talk about ADHD because this is actually the silent epidemic, especially here in Australia. Women aged 30 to 60 are the highest rate. They're growing at such a high rate of being undiagnosed and now being diagnosed because of the diagnostic tools. And as someone who is undiagnosed myself, and I do know that I have this because I have looked and I have really read into it, I understand what ADHD really does feel like. And when I opened up, I talked about speaking fast. And yes, I do speak fast. Did you know that one of the common symptoms or one of the common things that is usual with ADHD speakers, they speak fast. And it's not because it's their fault that they speak fast. It's the way that their brain works. So imagine when you're told rapidly that you speak too fast all the time. Now, a person who is neurodivergent, especially someone who has ADHD, according to official records that I was reading recently, they are usually told 20 times more that they are making mistakes versus someone who is neurotypical. How would you feel if you were told consistently that you were making mistakes and that you were speaking too fast? Would you feel down? Because yes, you would. Trust me, you would. And I didn't realize this until I really looked into it. So let's actually think about the frustration that a person who has ADHD has in communicating this to the screen. You can't continue to say you speak too fast, because telling someone who has that usual brain thought and that's the way that they are wired might actually disrupt their natural flow of thought. Instead, let's try and think about how we can actually meet them halfway. And why not use something that we have all here on the screen today, down in the toolbar, CC, closed captions. Why are we not using that? Or the AI companion tool? Why can't we meet halfway so that the audience and the evaluator can listen, but why can't they also be able to speak at 100 miles per hour, because that is the way that they're naturally programmed. You can't keep on telling people you need to slow down when they can't do that. So that's thinking about ADHD. I want to go to something that I'm very passionate about, and because one of our members here has vision impairment, but I'm not going to focus on vision impairment, but this is somewhere along vision impairment and hearing impairment, because I also feel that this is very highly discriminated against, especially in the online setting. I'm going to talk about hearing impairment because it's one that is lesser known in the Toastmasters world. How many of you know someone who has a hearing impairment, and that is deafness? We should all know someone who is hearing impaired in my life, including my father, who is usually hearing impaired, but I think that's by choice, not by actual nature. Now imagine if you only had less than 80 or less than 80% of your hearing, so 20% only left. And I know someone like that. Is it possible I can be taken off the spotlight, because it is very distracting for me, as an FYI. So imagine if you have hearing impairment. And again, this sea of black that I told about, all of you about in the opening. How would you feel if you were given a table topic and all you heard from the table topics master was the question, but you can't actually see the person? Does anyone realize that people with a hearing impairment 100% rely on body language? Does everyone understand that? Yes? I want to see nodding heads, because this is something that really needs to be brought to light, because most of them actually read the lips. There is someone in Toastmasters that only has 20% of their hearing, and that was someone that mentored me a few years ago. One day, that individual actually lost all their hearing because they got an ear infection in their right ear. And this is how they listen. They listen like this, and they listen intently because they're watching the body language on the screen, but they're also listening with the hearing as well. Very intense and very expressive is the way that they looked into the camera. I actually had to go and learn American Sign Language, how to finger spell with the one hand to be able to communicate to her on screen, because she could not see what was happening and she could not understand. The closed captions only were accurate to about 87%, and some of the words were getting muffled up. So think about that. How would you feel if you were hearing impaired, the screen was off, and you couldn't see or understand the question? Just put your food for thought with regards to that. The last one is mobility issues. Now, I admit, I don't look like I have a problem here. Who here thinks that I have a disability? Yeah, you wouldn't know. Would you actually know if I didn't tell you? No, no one knows. But I actually have a mobility issue. I have a medical condition that is called lupus. So lupus is a autoimmune disorder. It's a severe pain disorder. So for me, standing is the equivalent of running a half marathon for 5 to 7 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but if I stood for 5 to 7 minutes, I would need to take drugs. And I don't think people understand how impactful it is when people ask me, you just need to stand. For me, is actually quite discriminatory, and it is really difficult to hear that. Think about how you can actually meet halfway in this situation. So I'll give you an example. Remember, having lupus is not something that we all want to go out and have. And when we're standing there with mobility issues, it's one that, projects confidence. While standing, you can project confidence and presence. But it's also feasible to say, well, it's not actually just about the way that you're physically positioned, but it's after all about the connection and a compelling speech, because a compelling speech will create a bridge of connection. Why not think about how the person is sitting here with posture? Are they moving around on the seat? Which, yes, I have a very bad habit of doing. I think some of you have noticed that as well. What can the person do in that mobility issue, or I guess in that point where they have mobility issues, where they can actually posture better? If you saw someone in a wheelchair, would you seriously ask them to please stand? Think about that. And that does happen quite often. You wouldn't go up to them and say, please stand, especially if they've got no legs. And that has happened. Have you ever been in an audience where you've said, please be upstanding, and there is a person in the wheelchair? Quite confronting and also embarrassing. So how do we make Zoom a more accessible space? Well, it starts with awareness. Not from me, not from you, but us together, we. Let's actually use the platform features that Zoom gives us. Live transcription, chat, visual aids, the closed caption as well, and the AI tool. Because it accommodates our diverse needs, whether we're in Malaysia, whether we're in the USA, Taiwan, India. Doesn't matter where we are. And let's foster that culture of patience that we have together and understanding where no one feels left out and is left behind, no matter if they can't speak, hear, see, or move. As we navigate this world of, virtual communication, let's not forget that inclusion is about making sure that it's not just checking boxes and being a tick box exercise. It's about valuing every voice, regardless of the barriers that we face. By breaking down these barriers here tonight on Zoom, we can create a space where everyone can thrive and not just participate. Because remember, accessibility isn't a courtesy, it's a necessity. And let's strive to make it happen tonight together. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you so much. A huge round of applause to Alicia for delivering a speech that brought so much awareness to myself. And I thank you. We would like to have Sean to deliver the evaluation, but before that, I know some of our audience probably will have message for Alicia as well. So we'll pause here for a minute. And at the same time, we have some new members that tune in, including Deanna and Sasi and Suisin as well. So we will be doing our toast later on after Sham has delivered her message and her delivery speech to Alicia. All right, go ahead and send Alicia your personal comment and some takeaway from your end. So we will have Sham to deliver your evaluation to Alicia shortly. Thank you so much. And thank you. All right. So with this, we shall now pass the control over to Sean. And at the same time, Sean, would you be able to be the timer for Sean? So 2 is green, 2.5 yellow, 3 would be red. Would that be okay, Sean? Thank you. Okay, over to you, Sean.
Okay, before I start my evaluation, am I to understand that Alicia did not wish to be timed for the speech?
Alicia has to be timed. It's just that in the midst of it, I forgot to time Alicia as well. So my apology.
I was
Okay.
looking for the timer.
Yeah, so I think it's still a storytelling, so it's still a 7-minute speech, Alicia, correct? Yeah, okay. I think you went a little bit over time, but I can't be sure because no one timed you. But okay, I shall start my evaluation. So yes, Alicia, what I liked about what you spoke about today is, first of all, you resonated with the theme of the meeting because it's about virtual meetings, and you know your speech was resonating with that theme itself. The second thing I liked about is you engage the audience in various ways. Now I'm just going to talk about delivery and how you engage when you ask questions of the audience. I think at least minimum of 2 questions. You also called out to a member of myself, yours truly. And so that kind of wakes up the audience and like, oh my God, she's going to call me up next. No, but you kept the audience on their toes right from the beginning. The third thing that I liked most importantly was how you broke it up. When you said neurodivergent, then you said ADHD, then hearing impairment and mobility. So it was creating awareness to all these 3 categories that you mentioned. And you did it so well and so smoothly. There is so much to say about each of them, but you just sort of skimmed enough over it that we kind of got aware of these situations that sometimes we may not think about. So you created the first level of awareness for a lot of us in Toastmasters. Sometimes we don't realize it. I do some more perhaps because I'm because of Jay, but a lot of people don't realize how challenging it can be for people of these categories, right? Who have these challenges. So very well done on that. The next thing that I really liked about what you spoke about today is you just didn't raise awareness about it. You actually proposed some suggestions for each of those categories that could help right up to the end when in your conclusion, you talked about visual aids, closed captions, live transcriptions, and you gave some, not just posed the challenges, but also posed the solutions, the possible solutions. So I really, really like that about your speech. There is not much that I can say to give you any recommendation. However, because not all of us are cognizant of this, I think you could have a little bit explained what neurodivergent and ADHD are. Because a lot of people are not a lot, maybe 50% of us may not be aware of these terms. Perhaps just skim through them, just say what especially ADHD, what does it stand for? Attention deficit. Yeah. So just skim through it so that people know what it's about. I'm really sorry to hear that you actually have lupus. It's really, really, really seriously. I cannot imagine how tough it is having lupus. And I liked your conclusion so much. when you said that we should be aware and not, it's for everyone, right? And no one should feel left out or left behind. Very well phrased. Throughout your speech, there were times that you phrased your sentences very well. And I think this is one of the better speeches that I've heard from you, Alicia. Where I feel that it's very close to your heart, and it's also that you have put it in a very nice way, and you have spoken slower than you usually do. Overall, and the final thing, it isn't a courtesy, it's a necessity. Brilliant wording for that as well. So great job, Alicia. I really loved your speech today. I think it can be developed into a longer speech for a longer time because it's so important. Well done, and congratulations for doing a speech that really matters to Toastmasters. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you also, Sham, for the very impactful, insightful evaluation, and I learned so much. Great. Now let's spotlight Sham and also Alicia because we want to take a photo of both of them so that to keep this memorable, because this is a joint meeting and it's so great to have the two clubs coming together and to learn from each other. So, okay, perfect. All right.
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
Awesome. Thank you so much. With this, let's remove the spotlight, but we would like to invite our Division P, the very first Division P Governor Lucky, to lead us in a toast now that all our members are here already. So we'd like to invite everyone to hold on to your mug, your glass, your bottles. If you don't have, a virtual one would be perfectly fine. So I want to invite you, if you are possible, please do on your screen, and our very first Division P Governor will be leading us in a toast. Thank you so much.
Guys, can you get your glasses ready? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. How come you are spotlighted? Let me clear the view. Okay.
Thank you. Joseph, whenever you're ready, we'd love to have you as well.
Ladies
Yes,
and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Royal Premier and Advanced Ardent Speakers Toastmasters Clubs, I am honored indeed to stand before you today as we gather for this joint meeting. As we come together to share our passion for public speaking and leadership, let us raise our glasses to celebrate of the journey, of the celebration of the journey that we are engaging to embark on together. May this meeting be a space where we challenge ourselves to grow, where we inspire and motivate each other to reach new heights in our communication skills. Let us embrace the opportunity to learn from one another, to provide constructive feedback, and to cheer each other on as we strive for excellence. Here is to the friendships we will forge, the memories we will create, and the impact we will make through our words and actions. Please raise your glasses. Cheers to a successful and enhancing or enchanting joint meeting of Royal Premier and Advanced Ardent Speakers Toastmaster Clubs. Let's make this gathering one to be remembered. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo! Thank you, especially a big thank you to our past, actually our very first Division P Governor, Lucky. Thank you so much. With this, we would like to now invite our second speaker, Martin, to come on the virtual stage. Yes, Martin, I know you're ready. Martin will be delivering his contest speech, but it's so close to my heart. And to do the honor, we are so happy to have Razor to be Martin's evaluator. And Martin will be attempting the contest speech. And this time round, his project would be Inspire Your Audience. Martin, are you ready? Feel free to unmute yourself and test your mic.
Yes, I'm ready.
Very good. With this, let's welcome Martin Yo. I wear many hats. I wear many hats. Martin, yo, big round of applause to Martin.
What comes to your mind when I say I wear many hats? I believe everyone here do have many hats. Let's dive into my life. My hats give me responsibility, at the same time it's rewarding me. Let me tell you my first hat, the father hat. As a father, I set a good example to my children. It is my responsibility to show them the value of hardworking, responsibility, kind heart, be alert, and protect themselves, and so much more. As much as I want them to be a perfect person, I still remember in the past 4 days, I can see all the parents are finding their good spots, cheer their children. I can feel that every parent are their cheerleader. And not only that, they take out their phone, they snap the video, they do whatever they can just to make their children be motivated to do the best on the day. My second hat is my work hat. In my working life, I feel that myself is like walking on a tight screen. I need to balance and keep balance. I cannot push it too fast, and at the same time, I can't stop. What I can say is I have to used to it. Whenever I see difficulties, I tell myself it is a challenge. Over the time, the difficulty has changed into a stronger person of myself. In work life, we always face people. We always face problems. And sometimes we face the people's problem. And there's a problem. We're all blend together. But we can't choose because that is the way where we get our income. My third hat is Toastmaster hat. Here, I don't cheer the kid, but I cheer the member. I cheer the speaker. I don't see the problem here, but I turn the problem into a feedback. I give them evaluation, and at the same time, I accept evaluation. In Toastmaster, we don't have income, but it makes us stronger and enlighten us. And not only that, in Toastmaster, where I learn vocal variety, body gesture, and facial expression. I believe every one of us will set goals at the beginning of the year. My takeaway is we should take care of our heads, and our head will take care of us. Because every of our heads has their own strength. It will make us stronger, a better, and a wiser person. And at the same time, it will grant us what we wish for. Here, I wish every one of you will enjoy my speech. Thank you, and back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Martin. This is not the first time, but today you give me new ideas again. Big round of applause to certainly Martin for inspiring us with your head, and more so, I believe, all of us, whether we like it or not. We do wear many hats, even though I don't have a hat right now on my head. Great. With this, it's my honor certainly to invite our very, very esteemed guest all the way from New York. Her time is very tight. We are so delighted that she's able to serve as Martin's evaluator and our past region advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Reza. Reza, whenever you're ready, feel free to unmute yourself. And also later on, we'll take a photo. Thank you so much, Reza.
Fellow Toastmasters, and especially Martin. What a speech. When I heard the title, I wear many hats. Just in my head, I start thinking, oh my goodness, how many hats I wear? I think by sharing your topic, you also made us to think about our challenges. I like that you had a structure. You ask a question. This is how you started your speech. What comes into your mind? And I was thinking probably person is under the stress. Maybe you have so many challenges, so it's difficult for you to handle. And I felt this. You share your responsibility as a father, how you balance your work and your Toastmasters responsibilities. And probably you can categorize this in the same things that many of us share. So you brought us into your world and we start thinking and pay more attention to your speech. What I noticed, and this is because of the Zoom, you had a very good content and I felt so much trust to trust your speech because this came from your heart. But you did not look at me through the camera. You looked on the side, maybe on your screen. I would also wanted to suggest we all use notes during our speech. Maybe you can have on your in Word on your screen and glance on the screen. So when you look at the screen, you also look at the camera because I was seeing you had to look down, and this took my attention from your speech. But the way you share your thoughts, this is what captured me. So please continue speaking because I could feel your heart when you spoke personally to me. Great speech, and I'm looking forward to your future speeches. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you so much, Reza. Thank you. Big round of applause to Reza and Martin. Let's spotlight them and take a photo. Thank you so much, Reza. We wish you all the best. And Martin as well. Yes, let's spotlight Reza and Martin. Okay.
Just wait a moment. One, two, three. Okay, done.
Done. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With this, we shall now welcome our speaker number 3, of course, Suisin. I know you are ready, and to evaluate Suisin, we're so happy to have Fiza as well. Fiza just completed her contest, and same with Suisin as well. So I would say the two sisters from different country, but here they are meeting each other. So Suisin is going to deliver a beautiful speech. And Suisin, you have mentioned to me this speech is actually very close to your heart. So I wish you all the best as you are trying your best to deliver actually outside your place to get better connectivity. Thank you so much, Suisin. I love the title of your speech. Fiza, get ready. This is such a fantastic speech, but related to lucky. Okay, let's welcome Suisin to the virtual stage. Suisin, how to be lucky. How to be lucky. Suisin.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to be lucky in your life? Lucky is already lucky here. We have already one lucky in this meeting, so we are very lucky. Okay, so we all want to be lucky, right? Now, the second question is, do you believe that you are lucky? Do you believe that? Oh, okay. I see one person shake their hand. So let me tell you how to be lucky. Everybody wants to be lucky. So there is the very basic thing to be lucky that I just found out. Today, I got to hear 3 good news from the people. Sorry for the brown eyes. For the better connection, I'm outside. So I'm still lucky to have this good connection and to meet you all. So today, I heard 3 good news and I was really mesmerized and also I was really amazed. The very news is from my client. You know, my client, she just finished her class and she told me that like she is getting a job from someone. So for her, like it's only wishing herself to after she finished all of the assignments, she wants to get a job, something like that. So she is only wishing. So how about you? Like in your life, you just wishing, but that wish came true. You just wish it, no, in your mind only. You haven't even tried anything yet. Just came true in your life. Is there anything happen in your life? The same thing? Okay, so oh no. Okay, so let me continue. So she just got her new job and she told me that, oh my gosh, she said like, I'm so happy, I feel so lucky. And I said, wow, very happy, like the same, how you feel now. And after that class, I saw another one who is my best friend. You know, she just shared me about her relationship. Hey, last night, me and my boyfriend talk again. She told me like that. And then she is like sharing all her emotions and feelings. And then I was like, wow, that's amazing. You know, they dated for 6 years and then they broke up for 1 year. Now they are getting together again. So I felt like, wow, okay, she's also very lucky again. After this long, they are together again. And after that good news, I got to hear another third good news from my friend. She is getting a watch that she really wants, and she has been saving for it. And she got that watch, and she came to took the picture. She took the picture and she showed me. And then she says how much she is lucky and she just share her good news and how she is happy. She just like come and share to me. So this morning I was really overwhelmed all of these good news and I was like, oh my God, they're so lucky. So I also believe that I'm also lucky. So how can we be lucky like that? Why are they so lucky and why the people are so lucky? So there is a mental thing. If we want to be lucky in our life, we need to have the good intention. So when I look back to these 3 friends, they always have the good intention for other people. You know, every day they at least donate one thing, like not only donating the money all the time. For example, today they see one person and, "Okay, can you take a picture for me?" And then my friends like just take a good picture for them and then they are so satisfied and they think like it's a donation. And they see a hungry person on the road and they give some bread and they think like this is a kind of donation. So you know, they have the good intention on other people and they are always donating something. So when I hear that word, I also like think of, okay, today at least I will make one donation. It can be many or can be something like, for example, in the meeting they're gonna make like a PowerPoint slide for, they can see the PowerPoint slide, they can see it and then they can learn with the visual. So it's like a kind of donation. So now also I see all of our Toastmaster here, you all are doing the donation, like you give the to the speaker and add the value. This is also donation. So that's really great. We can donate something, and that is also like good intention. So the very first thing is to have the good intention in our life in every situation. And the second thing is positivity. I saw that my friends, even they are in the down moments or in the difficult situation, they are positive. They are always thinking for the better thing. Okay, after this, the better thing will come, but I will be having the better life. I will be having the better opportunity. I will be surrounding myself with the better people, better surrounding, better environment, better community. Right. So they are positivity even though in the difficult time. So I was very inspired by their to have the good intent every time and to be positive every time. So number three is we will be definitely lucky and we will be having the good news every day. So everybody, make sure we always have the good intention and check our intention. Is our intention really good if we do something? So check it out and then have the good. Second thing is be positive in every situation and think of the good things, the better things will coming on your way. So you will definitely believe that, oh, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
I am lucky. Thank you so much. And you are very lucky today, Suisin. I was never expecting such a great connectivity. Well done on manifesting the perfect environment for you to deliver the speech. Now I'm very excited to see what Fiza has to give you some comment and feedback on your speech. So whenever you're ready, Fiza, feel free to unmute yourself. And certainly lucky, I feel you are lucky and you're probably smiling in your heart. How wonderful I named myself Lucky. We are in a borderless world and everyone knows who Lucky is, and I'm the one and only Lucky. Okay, Fiza, over to you.
Christine, how to be lucky. When I first heard your topic, I was like, oh, this is a cheat code on how I can get lucky in life, in doing better in whatever I'm doing. But I can see that towards the end, your message is about manifesting. If you feel that you are lucky, then you will attract luckiness in your life. It's about being mindset. It's about setting up positive mindset. First of all, before I proceed, I would really love to acknowledge your effort that you find a way to deliver your speech regardless of the poor internet or the situations at your place. Honestly, I think that we are very lucky to be able to witness your positive behavior. Your action speaks louder than your words, and that what we witness in your behavior today. And I think that you don't have to be sorry in the middle of your speech where you say you're sorry that for your internet connection. We truly understand your circumstances, and I think you did great within your capacity and also within your situation. What I really like the most from your speech is that you start your presentations, your speech with a questions, and you did pause whenever you ask a questions, and after that pause, you elaborate the question further. For example, when you say for the first questions, have you been lucky, and then you relate that first questions to our members in these meetings, and I think that resonates well with all of us. Second, I enjoy the way that you bombard us with multiple lucky situations that happens to you where you have it from your friends and all. However, I think I would suggest a few recommendations. After you, it's better if you separate the story. For example, the first story you talk about your friend, how they have been lucky in love, lucky in relationships. Then you can elaborate that in a relationship aspect. And second, when you talk about the boss situations, you give the situations first, then you can elaborate one by one. And another thing, I would highly suggest for you to pause between each situation or each point so that we can fully understand and be with you in that speech. Overall, I really like your positive actions and also your positive speech. And I feel after this, I want to manifest, oh, I am lucky, I am lucky. Then luckiness will come to me. Thank you. Back to you, Patricia.
Oh my God, Fiza, I am so grateful for your evaluation. I can't believe it. This is a contest level. You are so great. Congratulations to you, Fiza. So let's spotlight Fiza and certainly Suisin. Well done on manifesting the entire happening today. I'm so proud of you. Great. Send a lot of love and a lot of lucky, lucky, lucky.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you. With this, we shall now move on to our very final speaker. Oh, he's so close to my heart. I always treat him like my baby brother. He is very diligent. Right now, he's actually serving as District 51 admin manager. So let's welcome Chester, and he's going to share with us my journey in self-discovery. And to evaluate Chester, we are so honored to have our charter president of Advanced Ardent Speakers, none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Sasi Kumar, also the past area director who made this area president distinguished, and that is a big deal. So with this, Chester is attempting his final speech in his path and reflect on his path. My journey in self-discovery, Chester.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Life is a journey, and along the way, we uncover different levels or layers of ourselves. And my journey in the presentation mastery path has been nothing short but enlightening. It has pushed me to reflect, learn, and grow, allowing me to discover various aspects of myself that I had never paid much attention to. Tonight, I want to take you through my experience navigating the 5 levels of my pathways journey. For each level, I have chosen to share a project that impacted me the most. Level 1, the icebreaker speech. I believe that is the starting point of my discovery journey. And my journey started with icebreaker, where I introduced myself and shared my interests to the audience. And I've always been fascinated by the universe, especially black holes. But it wasn't until later that I realized that my interests could have been influenced by the way I was born. I was vacuumed out of my mother's womb. So that connection was quirky yet profound realization about how life has a way of shaping our curiosity. And my first speech was nerve-wracking, but it was also a defining moment. I learned to embrace my story and recognize that sharing personal experiences is a powerful way to connect with others. And moving on to level 2, understanding my communication style. And it's like a mirror to myself. This project had one of the most strongest impact on me. It was truly an eye-opener. Through the DISC assessment, I learned about my communication style, how I interact with others, and how I function in a team setting. So this assessment became a tool that I revisit repeatedly over the years, continuously discovering new things about myself. By over the years, I really mean it because I've been holding on to this path for the past 5 years, and now I'm finally completing it. And one of my biggest takeaway from this project was recognizing my work pattern. I tend to focus on tasks that I am familiar with first before I tackle those that require research or deeper understanding. So even if it's a task of urgency, I may put it aside unless being prompted for an update or progress by my manager. As a supportive communicator, I realized that having a given clear instructions allows me to work more efficiently. I recall an incident where a sales representative asked me to create a design illustrating how a meeting room would look after installing the proposed sets of audiovisual equipment. However, he only provided me with a list of equipments without any further details. So since I wasn't sure where to begin or where do I put this equipment in the photos, the task was delayed until he actually asked for update and I opened my mouth to ask for more details or clarifications. So once I received the precise instructions, I completed the job very fast. So this experience taught me an important lesson that clarity in communication is crucial. I also realized that I don't ask enough questions when faced with uncertainty. Instead, I tend to explore solutions on my own. So in a workplace, we are often encouraged to be a problem solvers, which sometimes create an inner conflict within myself. Should I ask for help or figure it out myself? So I learned that it is okay to ask when someone already has the answer and to find solutions independently when exploring new territories. And now comes to level 3, persuasive speaking. And instead of persuading others, how about persuading myself? Presenting a persuasive speech was a significant challenge for me. As an introvert, I prefer working independently rather than delegating tasks or asking for help. However, this project taught me that persuasion isn't just about influencing others, it's also about persuading ourselves. One example was making phone calls to my clients. I have always preferred text messages, but some clients only respond to calls. So to overcome this discomfort, I persuaded myself by focusing on why I needed to do it and what are the consequences would be if I didn't do it. And I even prepared a script in front of me to ensure that I covered all the necessary points that I needed to ask. And sometimes it felt robotic, but it was an effective way for me to ensure I got all the information I needed. And this project helped me to realize that stepping out of my comfort zone is necessary for growth. Sometimes we need to convince ourselves to do things that we might not like in order to achieve success. And it comes to level 4, one of the project, managing a difficult audience. This is where it keeps me present and grounded. This was one of the most exciting projects for me. Handling disruptions and engaging with a disruptive audience requires me to be fully present. It taught me how to think on my feet and stay composed under pressure. More than anything, it reinforced my ability to adapt and respond effectively in real-time situations. Through this experience, I learned that communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening, responding, and maintaining control over the situation. It was a fun yet valuable lesson in maintaining confidence in unpredictable environments. And the last but not least, level 5, prepare to speak professionally. and it's all about sharing my passion. For my final project, I spoke about fonts, and one of my favorite topics as a graphic designer is fonts. I explained the differences between a readable and legible fonts, something that I am deeply passionate about. What I appreciate most about this project was that I had the opportunity to share a piece of my professional knowledge and passion with my audience. And reflecting on my journey from level 1 to level 5, I realized that one of the reasons that I am staying in Toastmasters until today is the freedom to share my personal stories, interests, and experiences while also learning from others. Every speech, every evaluation, and every interaction has contributed to my personal and professional growth. My pathways journey has been a path of self-discovery, from uncovering my unique way of thinking in level 1 to understanding my communication style in level 2, persuading myself to step out of my comfort zone in level 3, learning to handle difficult situations in level 4, and finally, sharing my passion in level 5. I have grown to be more confident and appreciate the person that I am becoming. So through this journey, I have learned to embrace my strengths, work on my weaknesses, and continuously strive for improvement. Each level has shaped me in ways I never expected, and I am grateful for the lessons that I've gained. So ladies and gentlemen, self-discovery is a lifelong process. As we continue to learn, adapt, and grow, we uncover more about ourselves. And I would like to invite each of you to join me and reflect on your own journey and embrace the discovery along the way. Thank you. With that, back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia.
Wow, thank you so much, Hester. We want to give you really a big round of applause. And at the same time, we want to send you love as well. Thank you for sharing with us a journey of self-discovery. As I was listening to your speech, I also am reflecting on my own journey of self-discovery. And I do share something which is so similar to you. We stay on because this is a platform that we can share our stories, learn from each other, and find out who we really are. And now I know my distinguished Toastmaster, Charter President of Advanced HR Speaker, Sasi, is ready to deliver his evaluation. Over to you, Sasi.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Chester, first of all, congratulations to you for completing a path in Toastmasters. And on behalf of everyone, I think you deserve a credit for completing a path. So without any delay, I would like to go straight into your speech evaluation. I think the first thing you did right and correct was the tone you set up for your speech. It sounded honest, it sounded genuine, and you were all comfortable giving your speech. You know why? You had your smiles. You were all smiles giving your speech. So that made us very close to you. Your speech actually brought us closer to you by listening to your speech. If we didn't feel like we are listening to a speech or a lecture or this kind of things, it felt like a friend talking to us, like a friend who needs someone needs us to listen to him. So you got all our attention. Well done. And what I think I really like the second part is probably this more towards a grammarian's role, but I think you had a very good usage of words or phrases. For example, embrace, and the one that there's few more, but the one I really like was vacuum out from mother's womb. Wow, that was really very nice way of putting it. So I think you had a very catchy words and phrases for us to feel okay. This speech is probably is a contest like speech like that. So it was very well done. And I kept the best for the last. The most interesting thing I like was you actually had 5 levels of benefits. And that actually, for me, the way I see it, it was 5 table topics within a prepared speech. So you actually had 5 levels of 1 to 2 minutes of saying how you benefited by giving some examples. So very well done. So in that each table topics, if the way that I see it, you had what project you did, what you went through, and what benefit or what takeaway you had. Very well done. So I really like how you drafted the body of this speech. And Chester, you completed one whole path. And I'm very sure you are a good speaker even before starting your path. And by completing this path, you are a better speaker. And now let me give you 2 techniques to make you a best speaker, to make you a best speaker. Okay, from better to best. So I would suggest your whole speech was in a very monotonous way. So it had only one style. And exactly, we are talking about reflect your journey. You had 5 different levels by having different modules, right? So probably you could demonstrate. You probably can demonstrate some of the things that you learn. And the second thing, you also had a leverage of timing because this was 10 to 12 minutes project. So it's not always you get the leverage. So you probably can use leverage, just like you had 5 different table topics. You could use multiple techniques for different. Probably for one part, you could have used a vocal variety. Another part, you could have used a role play between you and your evaluator. Another part, you probably could have engaged humor for another part. So that would show you a versatile speaker. So having said that, Chester, as I said, you're already a better speaker. And if you start demonstrating and leverage the time by showing multiple versatile techniques, you'll be a best speaker in Toastmaster. All the best to you.
Wow. I mean, thank you so much, Sasi. And I know Chester really, sapu and just vacuum all the tough love and all the fantastic comments, and you're fantastic. Now I would like to spotlight Chester and Sasi to take a group photo. And thank you so much for being a great pair.
Just do here. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Thank you. All right. So with this, thank you so much. That concludes our prepared speech. We will not be voting for the best speaker, best evaluator, because to us, they are all good. So what we are going to do is we're going to do a poster. That's why I take a pair of the speaker and the evaluator and we'll blast out in social media. So with this, I'm super delighted. And I know our table topics master Deanna from Advanced Hashtag Island Speakers, also past president of EPF, is ever ready to take on the stage. We are a little bit behind time, but we will do whatever it takes to make sure everybody is great. And the word of the day is borderless. Over to you, topic master Deanna Jones, Arsha.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia. I'm glad that we are acknowledging the power of virtual meeting tonight, because somehow I have an extensive experience and memories with virtual meetings. One of them being met up with what's the name? Richard Peck during our Zoom meeting. So that's one of the wonderful moments in our Toastmasters journey. For today, having said that, and accustomed to the theme, I also want to include the word of the day as part of my topics selection. So may I have, as you all know, is 1 to 2 minutes speaking window. So go ahead and volunteer for me. Who wants to be the first volunteer? Let me check the chat. Anybody? Or should I just call out names?
Yeah. I believe usually Jay will be number 3, so we want to volunteer Shan. Shan has been very faithful in being our timer. So Shan, I'll be your timer. Shan, I'd
Okay.
like to be the table topic speaker.
Great. So Shan, would you like to choose a number or I just choose for you?
And you
This
can
is
choose.
good.
You can choose for
Okay.
me. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. I choose the first one for you.
Yes.
How do virtual meetings break traditional boundaries? So how do virtual meetings break traditional boundaries, Shan?
As I think the virtual meeting is very special. I can hear many people, many different people from different country. I always curious about the culture, such like wonderful. This word in Taiwan they say 好棒棒棒棒, but in Malaysia, in Asia, or in United States, I didn't know how to pronounce this wonderful word. So I'm very, very excited to learn from the meeting. And I always pay attention to listen every word. And I learned a lot from the Japanese or from the German for the wonderful word Duncan. Duncan is my member, but it also in Japanese, it also means okay, wonderful, Duncan. Every time I hear from the Duncan, I always smile in my mind. Duncan, Duncan is so fun for everyone. If any member can give me some good word and I can express to another one, I will very, very happy. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster, back to the table topic master. Thank you.
Oh, Shan, I was excited to just listen to some more of your stories. Actually, you are correct. Virtual meeting let us experience lots or listen to many different ways of people communicating in English, especially in different countries. You are right on that. So thank you, Shan, for your sharing. Now, can I have our second volunteer?
I can go. Sasi here.
Okay, Sasi. I'll just choose the second one for you, okay?
Yes.
So what makes virtual meetings feel borderless? Although we are in a frame, so what makes virtual meetings feel borderless, Sasi?
Okay. So what makes virtual meeting borderless? If I personally think if the world is a book and the country that I reside is only a page, for me to read a book, I need to travel the other countries, which is to read other pages. So that's what I felt. And of course, it comes with a catch. You need to have good finance to travel to rest of the world. And I love traveling, and that's why I relate traveling to this topic. Until today, I've traveled to 23 countries physically. And my personal experience in Toastmasters, I'm going to tell two different things, and you will realize why I'm saying this. So my personal experience is life before COVID. I used to deliver 15 speeches in 15 different clubs within my division. I would like to get versatile evaluations. And then COVID happened. And then I realized the power of virtual meeting, going borderless. I started giving 15 speeches in 15 different countries virtually to get versatile evaluations from different countries. And that it actually helped me a lot. And that actually helped or inspired my club members, this very club in Advanced Sudden Speakers, 10 more members, they came up with, including me, we came up with Project 10, where 10 of us delivered 10 different speeches in 10 different countries. So, and that was completed successfully, and it actually became a talk of the town, or at least in some clubs. So I think this was a good demonstration or good example how we made virtual meetings into borderless. And now life is back to normal. We are no longer having a pandemic or restrictions. So we're back to classrooms or room meetings. But that doesn't give us any excuse not to continue virtual meetings or not to join any more virtual meetings. So I would encourage all of us here, if you get a chance, go join virtual meetings, especially in different countries, because I really felt the benefits. In some countries, the evaluations are very bold. In some countries, the evaluations are totally different. They have a different style. And not only is evaluation, even the style of meetings, even the kind of topics you have. So with that, I would like to urge all of you all, do not stick to one page, but read the whole book by going borderless by leveraging our virtual meetings in Toastmasters. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sasi. What a great analogy to begin from book covers to pages to traveling all around the world through our virtual meeting, which is so true. I believe in the word of versatility in virtual meetings. I can see that people become more creative through online meeting rather than on physical ones. So I agree with you on that one. Thank you, Sasikumar. So can I have our third table topic speaker? Jai?
Yeah.
Wanna try? Okay. Since let me start with how pandemic changed our way of meetings. And in a workplace, we find out that we have to have meetings 24 hours, not just 8 hours of working. Although you can do it at the comfort of a home, sometimes it feels overwhelmed. So Jai, what are the limits of borderless virtual meetings? What are the limits of borderless virtual meetings, Jai?
Well, that's a very interesting topic because it reminds me of American actor, screenplay writer, and movie producer Woody Allen's quote. And he said, 80% of life is to just show up, end quote. I know that was short and sweet, and you probably wonder, what does he mean by that? Personally, I believe that it just means that you're present where and when you need to be, and of course, that you meet expectations and you participate wholeheartedly. That is to show up, even in a borderless meeting. However, does it come with its limitations? I would assume it does. Because while we can say, while I'm not in the room, I'm on Zoom. If I can't be there in body, I can be there in mind and spirit, but we still don't feel the vibes and energy of our team or our people. It's nice that we're able to meet in a borderless meeting like right now. However, all I can know is that you probably are there or you're not. So that's a limitation. If I was in a room, I could feel the energy of my audience, number one. Number two, while I show up as Woody Allen suggested, I can only show the best of me, which is only the half of me. By the way, that's the top half. Unless, of course, my camera was at an awkward angle and I didn't realize that. Yikes, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? The limitation is that people don't get to see all of me. All right. And sometimes I feel that it gives me more confidence when I stand in front of an audience on stage without the limitations of this little window I have where my hands can't go beyond this or above this. All right. So the limitations are mobility, of course, and the fact that you don't have energy or the vibes of your audience in a borderless meeting. However, as Woody Allen suggested, all you need to do is to just show up, and borderless or not, you will get benefit from just being there, present. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jai. I always love you with all your quotes, and show up is definitely one quote we need to bring throughout our life, and I agree with you. And when I suggest I shared something negative earlier, you managed to say positive things about borderless and endless virtual meetings, and I love you for that. So thank you so much for your sharing. So may I have you have a time for another one, Patricia? No, okay, I guess that's all from me for our table topic session. Thank you for joining in.
Yes, that's
Your
amazing. But we'll do something different because this is so
Okay.
special. So we would like to spotlight Deanna and the 3 table topic speaker so that all of you can take a great photo with our table topics master. So let's spotlight Shan, Sasi, and Jay for being our table topics master, and send the votes to Shan. We are not doing the poll, so do let us know who the best table topic speaker is. We can send your vote to Shan. Great. And Jay? Let's have Jay as well. Yes. Have to spotlight Shamini. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Here, smile. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Back to the past.
Yes. Thank you so much, Shan. Thank you. Well done. So do send your votes to Shan and we will move on. Now we are very happy to invite our table topics evaluator, Joseph, all the way from Bangalore as well. Joseph, over to you. Our 3 esteemed speakers, how did they do?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters. The first speaker, Shan, she really liked the virtual meeting, but at the same time, she mentioned that different countries will be connected, which is what is known as the best part of connectivity. You can learn from them different cultures and also a different way of life by meeting. That is one way of borderless meeting. And she's very happy to have such meetings most of the time. One suggestion is that your timings happen to be lesser than the time. I don't know what is the time given to you, but it appears to be little lesser than what is actually required as 2 minutes. Now coming to Shashi Kumar, it's a wonderful reference for Shashi Kumar that he's reading the books and traveling to the countries and again enjoying this evaluation of the speeches and so on. And these speeches, he felt that virtual meeting gives him a better chance of learning how the people are evaluating his own speech, thereby he can improve further. And these meetings are really more than what you call the traveling or the reading of the books. That's a wonderful way of expression in the borderless meeting. And he really enjoyed, and it is awesome to listen to him that 15 speeches in a very short period of time and his travel 23 countries is really great. And there is no flaw in it, and I'm really happy to hear him by this virtual borderless meeting messages that he has given to us. Now, our Jay is a marvelous person. He has given a quote to Woody Allen, just show up. And that's a wonderful way of definitely showing up in a borderless meeting. We need to be present.
没有10点啦，9点半都不到，请你看你的钟。
Pat, you're unmuted.
Pat.
Can I continue? Okay. So we need to be present is the limitation. Not either in the room or in the Zoom. Very good phrase. All I can see, Woody Allen suggests that limitation to get is the mobility, energy, and voice. Everything is, he has mentioned in such a good remarks on those things. And show up is being the benefit of the borderless meeting. Well done, well spoken. All the three are really great in their speeches. Their presentation was so much wonderful and representing how the borderless meeting we could enjoy in this present moment of time. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, what an amazing meeting. I bet I shocked some of you as well. That's one of my communication style, very loud. But thank you so much, Joseph, for blessing our 3 speakers. So do send your votes to our vote counter as well, Shan, and let us know who you think the best table topic speaker is. So we only vote for this category. And on top of that, I want to send my appreciation to Shan for not being the only SAA, but also take on the challenge of a big timer. So let's give it up to Shan. Shan, thank you so much. Thank you. We send you a lot of love as well. And now we would like to hear some quick feedback, certainly from Joseph. Joseph, you are our guest, and thank you so much for stepping in. Let us know, did you enjoy the meeting today? It's all about virtual meeting.
You're asking me?
Yes, Joseph. Yes. Are you Joseph?
Yeah. This is a wonderful meeting, and really it goes with the title of the meeting itself, because of the both the speakers as well as the table topic are both convey the message that how the virtual speaker is speech is so much delighted to have it so that we can connect with the entire global community. At the same time, enjoy their presence, talk to them, and get their concept of speaking as well as the evaluation, which are more important in Toastmasters daily life. And also all the people who are spoken in a very wonderful way. And the evaluation was also great in putting it back on the track that what are the recommendations. And it was really, especially the speech of Chester Lamb was one of the speech with that suggestion. Sorry, the evaluator Sai Kumar has given him a wonderful evaluation for him, and I believe that it's really worth doing it. Overall, we have a lot of to take away, and we learned many things in this meeting. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Joseph. I feel like you are our general evaluator in a nutshell. Thank you so much. And we love you, send you a lot of love. And I'd like to
Thank you.
hear from, I certainly would like to hear a few words from our very, very wise, none other than our Division P Governor, Lucky Lakmi-chan. Lakmi-chan, give us a few words. Are you proud of us?
I am. Of course, it's a great meeting, and I'm glad that we had this meeting so we can learn from each other and survive together. It's a beautiful moments.
Thank you, thank you. Before we announce the results, we would like to certainly take another group photo as well. So let's take a group photo. We take a lot of photos today and we're going to blast it out and really encourage and also once again remind everyone the power of virtual meetings. It's so easy and it's so great to collaborate and to meet each other no matter where we are. So Shan, whenever you're ready, we are ready. This time round, hand gestures, right? Because virtual meeting, we want to see hands as well. So whatever it means.
Okay, just do here. 1, 2, 3. And just wait a moment for another one. Another pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, before I announce the result, I just want to spotlight Deanna for letting us know because of Zoom meeting, she actually managed to collect her award from past international director Richard Peck, which was a great deal. And because of this, I do feel one of the things moving forward, both clubs, we will be organizing some kind of a master class and let us manifest the fact that we probably can even invite a world championship of public speaking speaker to come and co-host a master class together. And let's see how far we can move this over to bless more members. Thank you so much. And with this, let's go to Shan. And Shan, are you ready with the best table topic speaker?
And there is something trouble, so I cannot prepare the slides, but I can tell the Patricia, can you see the chat room privately? I have give the best table topic.
Okay, I can check the chat room privately. Yes, 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 we are ready. So, folks, my beloved family from Advanced Hashtag Other Speakers, and certainly Royal Premier Toastmasters Club, drum roll, please. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. The best table topic speaker goes to Jay Narayan. Yay! All right, let's start with Jay and myself. We will do a very
Thank you.
A few words from you, Jay. Were you shocked or you were not?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Were you shocked to be voted the best or you were not?
Well, I will not say whether I was shocked or not, but I did not know what to expect because I believe everybody did well. Also, there were too few of us, Patricia. I was expecting around 4 or 5 speakers. I just want to share one line, two line on this Borderless meetings theme. I think it's a wonderful theme, Pat. If you come up with it, that's great. Pat on your back for you, Pat. Okay. This kind of Borderless meeting has made me an armchair Toastmaster, which means I'm able to sit in the comfort of my room and travel the world. And I think that's a great value that these virtual meetings have. And it has actually enabled me to connect with so many different cultures and societies. So it's a great team. And I thought it was wonderful, the meeting itself. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations to Jay. And certainly let us spotlight Jay and myself. Congratulations to you for showing up. You are super our role model for showing up all the time. Later.
Okay, do it here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done.
Done. Thank you. So with this marks the end of our joint meeting. Yes, we are 9:30 or 31, almost there. So with this, do stay back if you want to chit chat. But if you really have to leave, I thank you. And I believe this is just the start of another great year, a great meeting, and certainly another step to our borders world from a different perspective, certainly a different time. So with this, thank you, everyone. And do stay back if you have a few words. And certainly the meeting is adjourned, but now we can hear from everyone, right? So before you leave, I would like to listen to you. What is the biggest takeaway? Sham, what is the biggest takeaway from you today?
It reminded me about the power of virtual meetings in so many ways. I thank you, Patricia, for giving the theme for this meeting this time. And it's good to see Advanced Ardent here. I just wish more of you could have attended. I know the timings are so different because you usually have a lunch meeting. And for those of you who came from Advanced Ardent, welcome again and come again anytime. This is like a sister club, you have the same president, same language we speak sometimes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Sharm. Okay, Shan, you were doing a lot of jobs today. Shan, how did you do? How did you find today's meeting?
Actually, I have some kind, not so sure. My English is poor, but today I learned from the Joseph. You can speak about me. I am very, very excited. Thank you for Joseph and thank you for everyone.
Yeah. Hey, Shan, you improve a lot. If you ask Shan would give you some tips. Shan, any tips for Shan?
No, I think what comes across is he's very genuine and authentic. Just be yourself. Like now, you're good enough. You just improve on your own steady pace. Don't have to worry about anything else. You're doing well. Diana, what would you like to say about today's meeting?
Thank you for calling out my names. It turned out to be I still have energy when I thought I'm so tired just now from outstation. But then I had to do this. I had to meet all of you again. So thank you, Patricia, for making me the topics master.
Yeah, but Diana, I really want to acknowledge you for your leadership. You are certainly blooming and you're going to bless a lot of people in your tribe. All the best, Diana. I'm so happy for you. And Diana actually is on the way to complete her DTM, hopefully sooner or later. So we are all here to support you, Diana. All right.
Coming to my second pathway about DTM, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see how it works. Yes.
Thank
great.
you.
So
Joseph,
everybody,
any last words? Yeah.
The background shows it is a show off. Exactly. The virtual background that you have created is just a show off also, so matching.
Yeah. We thank you, our VPPR. It was really, really well done. Yeah. She's from Sri Lanka, but she can't make it because she was busy with work. But other than that, yeah, it was great. Lucky. Yeah, we'll have Lucky to say a few words and followed by Jay. Then we can close the meeting officially.
I think we can close now, lah. Lucky, after Lucky. Jay
Yeah,
already
yeah.
said already.
I think I've
Yeah,
said
we
enough.
just never
Oh,
get
Lucky
tired of
said he said enough. Jay also said he said enough. I'm telling you, he said enough. Okay, everybody, you take care. We're going to sign off.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Pat. Bye-bye.
God
Bye.
bless you all and have a
Joseph,
nice
photos,
evening with your
okay?
family and friends. God bless you all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Joseph, Would you like to role play in SCOA March the 8th?
Pardon?
March the 8th, I will send you a text. March the 8th, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.